Wisconsin, one game away now from its first national championship since 1941. The man who has orchestrated this run, Bo Ryan, is with us. Coach, so much hype surrounding this game. The game was played at an incredibly high level. Is there any moment where you're sitting there where it just goes through your mind, kind of, man, this is really something?
Well, the first thing I want to tell everybody is I was not born yet in 1941.
You sure?
Some people think, right?
You sure?
Some people think that I was around.
We were actually going to ask you for a recap of that 41 national championship. Knock that off your question.
I got a chance to meet some of the guys years ago, but look, anytime you can get into a battle like this, go 7 minutes without scoring a field goal, got a couple free throws in there, and then get a team stopped 6 times in a row with 3 shot clock violations, that says it all of how tough these guys were down the stretch. And in the last 5-6 minutes, our guys just stood tall.
Coach, you never feel that it's over, but during that stretch defensively, did you really feel you really took control of the game at that point?
Well, and yes, and we had to, because if we didn't, you could just see the wall coming down. And so by getting those stops and getting them maybe on their heels a little bit, Sam obviously hitting the 3, us getting to the free throw line, taking care of business there, there was a lot of positive things that were going on even when we weren't getting the results. So, you know, we gave up 6 offensive rebounds. We had 12. Mm-hmm. So against a team like that, you walk away and you look at a stat sheet, that shows our guys were battling.
What were the biggest points of emphasis in this game? I know I was talking to the guys. They basically said, hey, you know, it's the normal game plan, and yet there were certain things that Coach really hammered home to us beforehand. What were those things?
Well, a couple of things that we hammered home. We told them the wrong thing. No. The first 2 threes they hit were 2 guys that maybe we said they aren't as big a three-point threats as these 2 guys. So we went under on a screen, boom. And then we hard helped. We raided a little bit. Trey went down, and then, boom, they kicked it out to Ulis. He knocks down a 3. So then we went back to the drawing board a little bit, and we kind of pressured their shooters a little bit more, went over on all the screens, and I think that helped us.
Coach, you're a competitor. I'm a competitor. Your team are full of competitors. How did you not allow the mindset to make it seem like this was a championship game? Like, because so much was riding with Kentucky, payback, it seemed as though they were calm, cool, collected, just as usual, and didn't overemphasize playing Kentucky again.
Well, what's really good, and I'm not saying this because you're standing here, Jimmy, but to have Trey come back and help us the way he has, on the court he's obviously helped us, but even during timeouts, even the leadership that this group has now, with the 4 seniors and with a guy like Trey who just wanted 40 more minutes. You know, each time he got on, just give me 40 more minutes. And he was as emotional as anyone. And I think that's the key. These guys just keep helping each other, picking each other up. I said, Trey, are you ready? Are you ready? Because Josh had 3 fouls with how many minutes to go, and Trey was going to be the guy. And Coach, I'm ready. And as it played out, it was when he could see that he was going to get another game as a college senior, Trey was pretty emotional.
Right.
What was the message to the guys afterward?
Well, because there were a lot of cameras in here, I really didn't tell them how I actually felt. No, we're obviously pretty, but we know, okay, we're in a championship game now. When we played in the Bahamas in the battle for Atlantis, we were in a championship game. The Big Ten down the stretch. We had to go to Ohio State, go to Minnesota, and play Michigan State at home. And if we took care of those, we locked up the Big Ten regular season. They did it. Then we got into the Big Ten tournament. And I'm not recapping the season here, but I'm just saying this is how this group has responded.
Right.
In all 3 games, we were behind in the second half. And we hold Michigan State scoreless in overtime and win 80-69 in the Big Ten tournament. And then, of course, the 2 weekends. It's not like we were blowing people out. I mean, we had to come back against Carolina. Oregon tied us at 52 with not that many minutes to go. They're just on a mission. It's just such a special group, and I've been doing this for a couple years.
Not 40. Let's
not tell them how many.
Not since 1941.
And I can tell you, I have not been around a group quite like this.
Well, I know the mission now involves some rest, so we'll let you go get that and start getting
Thank
ready
you.
for Duke. Congratulations. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Thanks, and love representing the Big Ten.
Got it.
Just love it.
Let's go back to Chicago.